Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm filming with a new palette. So if you want to see my thoughts on the Martine Cosmetics holiday palette, then just keep watching. If you guys are new to my channel, welcome. My name is KARENHARRIS. I like to film tan girl friendly makeup videos here on YouTube. I try to post about 3 to 4 times a week, so highly recommend subscribing, turning on that bell so you're notified every time I post. And without further blabbering, let's get into it. So if you guys watch my videos, you would have seen a video called palettes I almost bought or something like that, or like this close to buying or something like that. So I just filmed that video. And in that video, we started off with a very shameful confession about how I have not one, not two, but 3 palettes from Martine Cosmetics, and I haven't used any of these. These were the ones I've had for the longest, so I bought this one first, never swatched it. Then I bought this one, never wore it, kept meaning to. Sometimes I just really need to work on timing when it comes to my YouTube channel, because there will be so many new things that launch and I'll buy them all, and then it just takes time in shipping, and then by the time the palette gets here I have like 3 other things that I need to work on. So it's something I'm always trying to work on with being a YouTuber. Anyway, so I had those 2 palettes. Then they launched the Mission XXX palette, which looked really cool as well, and I talked more about it in that video, so you guys will have to go check that video out. But then they came out with this palette, and I was trying so hard to resist because I knew I have 2 palettes already. I don't need to buy a 3rd palette from the brand that I hadn't tried yet, but I couldn't help myself. This one came to Beauty Bay and I was nervous it was gonna sell out, so I did go ahead and buy it with my own money, and it's here. So I'm gonna do basically a palette extravaganza, you will say. So we're gonna try every single one of these palettes out. I'm still wondering if I'll do this in one big video or if I'll split them up. I think I'm gonna do one video because I think it'll be nice for you guys to see all 3 palettes in one place. And I already have thoughts because I've swatched this palette now, and it was so interesting because some of the shades swatched really well. Some of the metallics definitely felt harder pressed than others. Some were very smooth and just like glided on. So I'm very curious to see how this will actually perform on my lids. I think that the aesthetic of this palette really got me. If you guys don't know, I actually live in North Dakota and we're in the middle of like a big blizzard. So sweaters, the holidays, snow, all of the things about this palette really got to me. And so I did end up picking it up because of all those reasons. And I think they just nail it with the packaging. So I'm going to show you guys swatches, and let's go ahead and see like the close-ups of the palette so you guys can see. The shade Vero is this first matte red shade. It's swatched beautifully. And then we have the shade Natoloche, I think. It's the white shade that's a shimmer. It's like the perfect snow shade, just like fresh white snow. I just love all the little embossings on this thing. It's so incredibly cute. So even if I end up like hating the formula of this palette, I think that the packaging is so cute that it's gonna be in my collection for quite some time. So anyway, I've been contemplating if I'm gonna do a green look or not, and I think I want to play with the reds because I did a blue-green look yesterday, so I think we're gonna focus on the reds today. And then I think I'll play hopefully with the other 2 palettes. You'll see those next. But yeah, that is my big Martine Cosmetics confession, and I'm excited to play with this palette. So let's go ahead and dive into it. Okay, so I'm going to start off with a E27. This is a detailed blending brush from Sigma. It's a really nice small blending brush. And I'm going to go into that matte red shade, and we're just going to blend that into the crease and see how it goes. I'm so curious if this is going to convince me that I need that 4th palette from them, or once I try all 3 of the palettes that I already have, if I'm gonna be like, I'm good. I'm gonna admire this brand from a distance. But I believe this is a brand owned by a German YouTuber somewhere in Europe, and they do sell some of their stuff on Beaute, which is where I tend to buy from because I just have experience with purchasing from Beaute, but my friend Heather is on their PR list. So honestly, she's the one that like sells me on these palettes because she really likes them. So far the red shade is working out really nice. Okay, look at that vibrant red shade. I love that for me. So next I'm going to use this shade called Lulu. It's like a dark burgundy shade, and we're going to put that on the outer corner. Okay, I really like how that looked. Now I'm going to go into the shade called Dee or Day Day. It's the black matte shade at the end. Okay, so all those matte shades worked out really nicely. So for the lid, I think I'm going to use the shade called Christian? It's like a duochrome, like burgundy purpley shade. So I don't know, I just feel like I'm going to be a little bit monochromatic, but a little different. So we'll see how that works on the lid. So I'm just going to grab a flat brush and I'm going to pick it up. It's a duochrome, like purpley burgundy shade. That's cute. Like really such a festive vibe. And then we need to work on the lower lash line. I'm wondering if I want to do like a green lower lash line. It's kind of predictable, but I also want to try out the green, so let's do that. Okay, so I'm going to use the Sigma E30 pencil brush, and I'm going to start off with the shade called Soso. I don't know, it's like a green matte, like a dark evergreen shade, and we're just going to put that on the outer corner and slowly bring it in, kind of like halfway to the crease there. And then I'm going to go in with the shade called Gigi, I don't know, there's inflections on the E's. It's like a mustard green shade, super pretty. So I'm just going to put that on the inner corner, and then I'm going to take a little bit of this green shimmer called Fabian, I think. It's like a shimmery light green. Okay, so I really like how that looks. And then for the inner corner, I'm going to take another clean pencil brush. I'm going to go into the shade Nata Loche or whatever, the white snowflake shade. And I'm just going to tuck that on the inner corner. It's such a pretty shimmer white. And of course it's picking up the matte red shade, so it's giving it like a pink tint, which is totally fine with me. Okay. That's turned out pretty cute. It's pretty cute. I'm going to take a little bit of the white and just throw a little bit on the brow bone as well. My brow hair is back. I need to go get it done, but honestly, it's so cold. Like, ain't nobody got time for that. You know what I mean? Okay, so that's the look. I'm going to throw on a lip, throw on some blush, throw on some highlighter, and I will be right back to show you guys the finished look. Okay friends, so here is the finished look. If you're wondering about these earrings, I did score these at Target. I will link them down below for you guys, and we're gonna call this look 1 because I've decided we're gonna do 3 looks, 3 palettes in this video, so I can't wait to play with the next palette. But let's go ahead and talk about what else is on my face today in case you guys are interested in any of the other makeup that's on. So I have on my handy dandy Makeup Forever foundation. For highlighter, I'm being a little extra today. I'm wearing 2 different highlighters. So on my cheekbones, I'm wearing Kaleidos Gifted. This is such a pretty multi-chrome highlighter, and I just think it pairs so well with red blush. And then for my chin, my little Cupid's bow, and on my forehead, I'm wearing from Lethal Cosmetics. This is the shade Isotope, and it looks like that. For blush today, I'm wearing the High School Musical blush from ColourPop. This is in the shade Playoffs. My friend Angie loves this blush, so I definitely picked this up on her recommendation. For bronzer, I'm still trying the Soul Body bronzer in the shade Medium Dark. And then for my lip shade today, I'm wearing Unearthly Cosmetics. This is one of their new satin lipsticks in the shade Gloria. I figured since this is a festive look, I was going to commit to it and give you full-on Christmas feels with the whole look. So that is how everything is looking. What do you guys think? Let me know down in the comments. I'm going to reserve all of my thoughts on this palette till the end because I want to talk about every single palette and give you some thoughts. But overall, I love how this looks and I had a lot of fun creating with this palette. So yeah, definitely let me know what your favorite look is. And now let's get into look number 2. Hey guys, so I'm filming a look number 2 with my second palette from Martine Cosmetics. This is the one I actually purchased first when I saw them launch on Beauty Bay, and I was really attracted to this palette because it's just a little bit different from what I own. So this is their 669 palette, and it has a 24-month shelf life with 29 grams of product. And then this is what the inside looks like. I did film some close-ups for you guys to check out, but it's a very smoky, very dark palette, which typically I would be terrified of a color story like this, but I've been really into this color story and just darker, colorful mattes in general over the last few years. So I'm very, very excited to play with this. I was really kind of interested in this shade called Euphenia, I think is how you say it. It's like a gold red multi-chrome shadow, and then there's this one called Medusa in this palette that also seems to be a multi-chrome, and I think this shade Freya is a bit of a multi-chrome as well, or maybe at least a heavy duochrome. So there are some fun colors in here. There's also some metallics and some mattes, and I was trying to not do a kind of red look, but I kind of want to play with this shade Petula and then the shade on the lid. So we'll see where this takes me, but I could definitely see you doing like a green look, a blue look. You could do a red purpley look. Definitely like a great smoky eye palette. So there's tons of options, and I did film close-ups and swatches and stuff like that. So I'm going to go ahead and put them on the screen while we're talking about the palette. But yeah, overall, again, really pretty packaging as well. So I'm very excited. And after this one, I only have one more palette left. I have Martine's Diner to play with, and then I'll be able to post this video. So that is very exciting to my future self. But let me go ahead and get started. So I'm just going to grab this milk brush, and we're going to go into the shade called Petula or whatever. It's like a burgundy shade right here. And I'm just going to pick it up. Hold please, I forgot to prime my eyelids. So let me do that real quick. Okay, so my eyelids are primed. So now we're going to go in with Petula on the crease. I know one of you told me there's a shade called Freya in this palette, and I just now noticed when I was talking about the shades and the swatches. So now I feel like I should use the shade Freya because that's my daughter's name. I feel like it's just the right thing to do. These mattes blend so nicely. Oh, look at how pigmented that is. It was so easy. It was so smooth, buildable, so nice. Okay, so I want to use another shade. I'm wondering if I should try the shade Lavina. It's like a cool bluey teal color. I'm trying to get into not just doing monochromatic looks, but I also get really nervous. So let's just try it. I just want to use it as a deepening up shade instead of just going straight in with the black. And I like how it's looking. I do. Look at that. That is a pretty color. Okay, that actually turned out pretty nice. I might still add some of the black shade just to see, but I really want to try Freya on the lid, so let's go ahead and get to that. Okay, so I just gave the shade a little bit of a spray to help it stick on my lid. Okay, so it looks like a green to like burgundy, almost like MAC blue brown, but it's really pulling the teal color on my lid. Huh. That caught me off guard for sure. I was expecting more of a burgundy vibe. That's really cool. Wow, okay. pleasantly surprised by how that color combo turned out. Just gonna tap on some more of that teal. Okay, so we're gonna do the lower lash line real quick. Okay, so since this is a very smoky palette, I decided to go ahead and use ColourPop Zulu in the waterline just to brighten up the lower lash line. And then I'm grabbing the Sigma and Samantha Ravindal brush, and I'm gonna start off with the shade Lavina on the outer corner. Actually, I might just use that on the whole lash line because on its own, it's pulling like this really pretty teal color. Inner corner, I'm going to use Gifted from Kaleidos. Just want something with a pop, and everything in this palette is very smoky, so I'm going to just use this highlighter instead. Okay, so that is the look. I still need to throw on a lip, throw on some mascara, do my brows, and all the things. So I will do that, and I'll be right back to show you guys the finished look. Okay, so I don't have lipstick on yet or earrings, but I wanted to show you guys, I'm trying out the Pat McGrath. This is the Dark Star Mascara. Picked this up when it was 35% off, but I want to show you guys, Kaleidos did kindly send me their new lip clay shades, and I wanted to wear one in this video. I will also be featuring this in my new makeup releases video. And I'm going to do swatches of all the lip shades in that video, but I figured let me go ahead and try these out for this video, and I know what shade I want to wear. I want to wear the shade called Golden Raisin. So let's go ahead and apply it together, but like I said, if you want to see swatches of all the new shades, it's going to be in my new makeup releases video that I posted this week. And if you know me and you've been following my channel for a while, you know exactly why I picked this shade, because it's literally like me in a lip shade. I'm so excited for you guys to be able to pick this up. Again, the name is Golden Raisin. Okay, I'm gonna go back, keep putting on mascara, grab some earrings, and I'll be right back to end off this portion of the video. Okay, friends, so here is the finished look. What do you guys think? Let me know down in the comments. We still have one more palette to play with, so maybe you want to wait until the end to tell me which look is your favorite, but you've seen two so far. Let me tell you really quick what is on my face in this video, and I will go ahead and link as much as I can under the kind of like heading look 2, because I want to try and link everything in a concise way for you guys, so in case you want to pick any of this stuff up. So foundation today, I'm actually trying out the Beauty Bakery foundation. I talked about it in my foundation collection and like declutter video. I was keeping that one in purgatory because I couldn't remember if I had used it or not. So I had started using it this weekend, and spoiler alert, I really, really like it. I think it's such a good shade match for me, and it's like full coverage, but it doesn't feel heavy or cakey. It's a very natural finish. It's not too matte, it's not too dewy, so I'm really, really enjoying it. Plus it's like super cold outside, so it's a great way for me to test this foundation and if I should keep it around. Really like the packaging as well. So I wasn't planning on giving you guys a full review, but I have to say I was pleasantly surprised because I could not remember if I liked that foundation or not, which is why I put it in like foundation purgatory. So there's a quick review if you've been wondering about that foundation. Concealer is the Hourglass Vanish Concealer. I picked that up during the Sephora gifting event, and I had my eye on it during the VIB sale, but I didn't buy it. And I'm so glad I picked it up during the Sephora gifting event because I think it's like one of my all-time favorite concealers. It blends so easily and beautifully. It's chef's kiss. It's definitely quickly made its way to like my top tier list of concealers. For powder, I'm wearing the Givenchy powder that I picked up during the Sephora gifting event. And then my blush, bronzer, and highlighter. For bronzer, I'm wearing the Ace Beaute bronzer palette. Blush is the Pat McGrath Holiday Blush, and the highlighter is also from Pat McGrath's Holiday Collection. Those were available for 35% off like a few weeks ago, and so I did grab those, and I'm so happy I was able to get a bit of a sale on those. So that is that, and I think that's everything that's on my face that you didn't see me put on camera. I'm so pumped with this look. It's getting me really excited to try out the Martine Cosmetics Martine's Diner palette, which is the last palette from Martine Cosmetics I have to try. I'm still keeping an eye on Beauty Bay to see if that XXX Mission palette comes in stock. I haven't seen it yet, but so far I'm very pleased with this palette as well. So let's go ahead and get into the third and final look for this 3 looks, 3 palette video. Okay friends, it's time to create look number 3 with my 3rd Martine Cosmetics palette. And I definitely saved the most challenging color story for last. So this is the Martine's Diner palette. And this one is a half neutral, half kind of pastel-y palette. And I did film some close-ups and swatches, so I'm just going to go ahead and show those to you guys. So yeah, there are some really interesting shades in this palette. I feel like if I covered up the neutrals, it's definitely a full-blown like pastel palette. And I think I'm going to use the shades Debbie and Harper, something a little different, because with the first 2 palettes, I feel like I definitely did very jewel tone vibes. So with this one, we're going to have to do full-on pastels. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the swatches, and now I'm going to go ahead and dive into the makeup look. Okay, so I did prime my lids with a white eyeshadow base from NYX just to set myself up for a win, because you guys know me in pastels. Also, I do have most of my makeup done. I did go see my friend today. My best friend is in from out of town, so we went to visit her. So this is like what I do usually if I'm like running out and I don't have time to do eyeshadow. I just put foundation on my face and then I put on all my like blush and highlighter and stuff. So my child has not been doing a good job of napping, and she decided to nap. So I'm like, let me try and squeeze this video in so I can get it up before Christmas. So let's see if it works out. But so here's the palette one more time. And like I said, I want to dive into Harper and Debbie because I feel like I did such jewel tone looks with the other 2 palettes. So I'm going to start off with Debbie, which is like a really pretty like baby blue shade, and we're just going to put that in the crease with this old brush from Tarte that I have. Oh, okay, that's showing up nice and pigmented. I'm not mad about that. Ooh. Okay, so that Debbie shade worked really well in the crease. It's nice, it's vibrant, it's bright. I love that for me. So I don't really feel the need to put Harper in my crease, but I want to try it just to see. I kind of want to keep this look pretty light and airy. And actually you can see Harper right there, so that's impressive. So I'm just building that shade on the outer corner. Typically I'd put like a darker color here, but I kind of want to just keep it very like monochromatic, very minty, very fresh. So that's the vibe I'm going for with this look. Okay, so now that we have the crease done, I want to work on a lid shade. I think I'm going to use the shade Peggy, which is a sparkly white shimmer. I don't typically ever put shades like this on the lid, but I want to try something different, so we're just going to go for it. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and just pack that on. Ooh, that's pretty. Wow, okay, I was like not sure about that color, but it actually looks really beautiful. Okay, I really like how that looks. I do want to put a little bit of the silver shade, which also happens to be my name. It's Karen. So I'm just going to put a little bit of Karen on the outer portion of the lid right here. I don't think it's going to look very different from the shade called Peggy, but I just was curious to see if there'd be a difference between the 2 shades. I definitely want to make this look like a faux cut crease. Ooh, I feel very like sparkly princess vibes. Okay, so I really like how the lid is looking. So let's go ahead and work on the lower lash line. So I feel like the ColourPop eye pencil in Zulu is going to pair really well with these minty shades. Okay, so I'm just taking this teeny tiny pencil brush. I'm going to go into the shade Debbie, and I'm just going to layer that over the eye pencil. Okay, and then for the inner corner, I kind of want to use this pink shade. It's like a frosty pink, kind of different, but maybe a fun like contrast. So I'm just gonna give it a little spray so it like really pops on the inner corner, since that's gonna be like the only bit of pink in this eye look. That's kind of cute, right? It's a little bit different. Kind of unexpected. I like to do things that are a little bit unexpected sometimes. Okay, that's fun. I'm just gonna keep it simple. I don't want to put too much stuff on it because it's just gonna get too complicated if I try to like deepen it up and stuff. So I'm just gonna leave it like this. I'm going to put on more mascara, throw on a lipstick, and I'll be right back to show you guys the finished look. Okay, friends, so here is the finished look. What do you guys think? Definitely let me know which look of the three is your favorite. This is gonna be the last one you see in this video. I'm of course filming all of these on different days, so hopefully this video comes together like I planned. Let me tell you really quick what else is on my face today. I've been wearing a bunch of Shop My Stash stuff, so for look number 3, I'll link everything in the description box, but it's a Beauty Bakery foundation that I've been loving. I just like uncovered it as a hidden gem in my collection, and I actually posted a foundation collection / like speed review video just the other day. I think it was either yesterday when you're watching this, or you know, I'll link it if I remember, but I thought it was really good. I had like almost 40 foundations and concealers, so highly recommend checking that out if you're looking for foundations that work with dry skin. And then I've been loving the Hourglass concealer as well. And then for blush and my bronzer, I'm wearing the Ace Beaute palettes. And then my highlighter is the Rare Beauty highlighter. And my lip combo is from Blend Bunny Cosmetics. This is such a great pairing, and I'm wearing the shade Doll Face, so I went for something more mauve because I thought it would pair well with the pastels. So that is the entire look. I think these earrings are sold out by now, but they are originally from Target. So that is everything as far as the look. Now let's go ahead and talk about each of the palettes, my thoughts, and my overall thoughts on this brand. Also, if I had lipstick on my teeth the whole time I was talking, I'm sorry, but I'm not going to reshoot that because I'm way too lazy for all that. So, okay, let's go ahead and look at the 3 palettes. They're right here. I'm so excited that I finally tried these. I was thinking in my head like how I would rank these, and I think I would rank them in the order I tried them. So the Holiday palette I think would be my favorite, and then the 669 is my second favorite, and then the Diner palette would be third. I will say that I really like the color story of this palette. Obviously, if you know me, you know I'm a sucker for greens and then blues, so this one has a lot of those shades. The 669 I think would pair well with both of these palettes because it has those really deep jewel tones, but I think overall this is a great starting point for this palette. Of course, if you don't like the holidays, you might not be into this, but I just think this is so cute, and I just love all of their packaging and how just like well done it is. So this is the next favorite palette. This one has more multi-chrome type shades. I wouldn't say like they're the most amazing multi-chromes like I've ever tried, but I think for what you're getting, there's a lot of good variety in this palette, which is nice. So there's like multi-chrome, duochrome shades, there's some metallics, and some really nice mattes. And these mattes look a lot darker in the pan. I was pleasantly surprised when I played with it because I thought it just went on really well. Definitely can't wait to do more looks with this palette. And then this one would be in third place, mostly because it's a big pastel palette. I feel like I always get really excited when I see pastel palettes because they're so like appealing to look at. And I will say, unpopular opinion, I just feel like pastel shades just look more flattering on lighter skin tones. That's just how I feel. I've seen creators with much deeper skin tones than me totally pull off pastels, but I just don't like the amount of work it takes for me to pull off pastel shadows. So I don't know really why I keep buying pastels, but I just can't help myself. And so yeah, I think this one is cute too. Definitely my least favorite of the 3 palettes I've tried. So overall, what are my thoughts on Martine Cosmetics? I really like this brand. I definitely think they have a vibe, and I just love how they stick to it. It's very uniform, which is like a big thing for me because I love when you can look at a group of palettes and tell like, oh, that's all from the same brand. Like I see the aesthetic there. It's really cool to me. Of course, I love when brands switch it up too, but since this is kind of a new to me brand, I like that they're sticking to their aesthetic. It makes me happy. Like, I don't know, maybe it's not that deep, but it just makes me happy. I think it's very pleasant and very pleasing to my eye. So I really like that. I can't wait to try more from them. I can't wait to see what 2023 has in store for this brand. I definitely still want the XXX palette. I'm glad that I didn't buy 3 palettes, never having tried the formula and being disappointed. Like, I'm so happy that the palettes all made me happy and that they were great quality. Is this like my new favorite formula of all time? No, but it's definitely kind of towards the top of my palette collection. And yeah, I'm just really, really excited. I don't know a lot about the owner of the brand and stuff like that, but I believe they are a creator as well. So I think this is a great creator-owned brand. I think it's so, so cool. I, hope they continue to grow, and I'm really glad I tried all 3 of these palettes. So those are my thoughts. I hope this video was helpful. These are all first impressions because it's all my first time trying each of these palettes, but I will definitely continue to try them and keep you guys posted in my December rankings video. So make sure you're checking back for that. Thank you guys so, so much for hanging out with me. I hope you guys are having a wonderful holiday season, and I will see you in another video very, very soon. Bye, guys!